Well, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about 27 different altcoins in this video. Yes, you heard me correctly. That's 27 different price predictions that we're going to do for 27 different crypto projects. I think it's 27. I counted. I think it's 27. I'm going to leave a list in the description of all the coins that I'm talking about. So if you're curious as to which coins I'm talking about, if any pertain to you, if maybe you want to click around and see which ones you like, I will leave a list in the description associated with the appropriate timestamps as well. If you don't see the timestamps immediately, it's because I have not edited the video, right? I'll post the video first, then I'll make more videos, and then I'll go back later, probably like an hour later, and edit the timestamps in there. So if you don't see the timestamps, you've probably just watched this video before I've gotten around to it. But I will leave the list of the cryptos in chronological order, so you can click through at least based on that, right? Like if you click through and you see that we're on Zen, maybe you'll know that you're very close to Stacks. I don't know, because that's actually true on the list here. But anyways, let's get started without any further ado. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content. And thank you all. Thank you all for just the love and support through all the varieties of love and support that you guys have been given. It's phenomenal. I'm very appreciative. It makes this job easier, man. It really does. All right, so from a low point to a high point here, Axelar. I'm going to try to do these really quick, right? I'm doing a little bit of a long-term one now. I'm messing up. I'm probably going to do short-term stuff as we progress through this video, so I can spend like 2 minutes or less on each coin. Axelar, AXL for Dirty Beard. We're doing this for you. Rejecting your 382 after finding support in your 886, 786 area. You could expect to pull back to your 0.5. You kind of already have, though. Let's look and see. I do think you're going to move up, by the way. I definitely think that, I mean, obviously you're going to see new all-time highs by the end of this cycle, but looks like you're rejecting your overbought zone. Had a pretty nice rejection there. Coming down. I could see you coming down to your 50, maybe just above your 50, right? You could see this kind of trend here where you're finding higher lows in your RSI. Maybe you say hi to Rafiki, everybody. This is Rafiki. This is my buddy. Anyways, hi, bud. He wants some wet food, I think. Probably finding support down here and then moving up, or you could be moving lower, right? We could see some kind of move where you go all the way back down and find support down in this area, around the 40 area, as you have kind of recently anyways. So be prepared for that. Axelar, AXL. I think the whole crypto market's about to drop, you guys. I think we're about to see probably across the board, it's like a 20% drop. I had to knock him off, man. He was trying to put his ass on my head. I don't know why he wants to do that. My head is not a hat for you, Rafiki, to wear, or I guess your ass is not a hat for me to wear. My head's not a cushion for you to sit on. There we go. Anyways, Axelar probably does move down. That is my kind of expectation, actually. Let's see, from a low point to a high point here. Let's see. Probably down to 91 cents. Yeah, I can see at least 91 cents, if not a little lower. A lot of coins have liked to find support on their 0.5 recently. I've noticed that. And it wouldn't be crazy if you did that, because you've got resistance areas down here, support areas going back here, right? Like all the way back here, this support zone literally lines up with that 0.5, and it's your current resistance point. So, you know, maybe you do go all the way down to 85 cents. I'm going to call for that. I'm going to call for an 84 to 85 cent price for Axelar. We're at $1.02 now. If not there, at least 92 cents where you're going down. That's my thoughts. Let's move on. Rose is the next one for Dirty Beard. Not Dirty Bird. Dirty Beard as well. He might be a dirty bird. I don't know. I'm assuming it's a guy because ladies don't have beards, or at least most of them don't. If they do, they get paid for their... They get paid to have a beard, right? The bearded lady in the circus. You can't be a bearded man and get paid in the circus for that kind of stuff. That's job discrimination right there. No, all right, on a weekly basis, high to low, went all the way up to your 786 area, tore right through your golden ratio zone. Generally speaking, with anything that's consolidated like this, whenever you do that, you do find resistance right here at the 786, 886. So I'd expect that you stop there. You probably pull back to your 61869. I doubt you go below there, but two there at least. So you're at 13.13 cents now. You probably pull back another 16%. I could see that, yeah. I could see that. And don't be sad or discouraged if you do pull back lower, right? It's not common. It's not the most common thing to pull back below your 618 after going above it, but specifically with these 786 rejections, it can be, right? Especially on harsh rejections, you could pull all the way back to your 0.5. So I'm calling for a price around $1.10. You're at $1.31, or I'm sorry, I'm calling for a price around 10 cents. Let's call it 11 cents, actually. You're at 13 cents now, but you could pull back as low as 9.5 cents, even just below there. So be aware of that, all right? That's Rose. Lower, probably a good time to buy down there, and then moving up. I want to say also, I want to make it very abundantly clear, at no point or any point in this video will I would I ever tell anybody to sell? It's not a good time to sell anything in the markets, right? And maybe it is. If that's your perspective, if that's your game, if you want to do the short-term stuff, okay, sell. But whenever I say prices are going down, I'm not saying sell. I'm saying, if anything, wait to buy until we're down here. Buy more down there, right? Wait to buy until we're at least here. That's kind of what I'm saying. I'm not saying sell, but I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying where I think the price is going to go. You can do what you want with that information. If you're asking me, no, it's not a good time to sell. If you're trying to do short-term plays, maybe this would be like your last moment to sell, but don't think about selling here, and then the price goes down here, and then you're like, okay, now I'll sell. No, now at this point, now it's a good time to buy. At this point, especially now, it's a good time to buy. So just be prepared for that. You hear this, that it's dropping 28% from its current price. You're like, that's too much. It can't happen. No, it can happen. We see various cryptos. Bitcoin itself can drop 30% to 40% in a healthy correction in the bull market, let alone a 28% drop, right? So, I mean, your altcoin could definitely drop that much or more. So I think I'm being actually generous saying that after your nice move up from the beginning of November until now, this nonstop party you've had, you're probably going to see a little bit of a pullback down to about 94.5 cents, if not at least, I'm sorry, 9.4 to 9.5 cents, if not at least to about 11 cents. All right, that's Rose. Let's move on from there. Hi, Fiki. Hi, buddy. KDA. He's never done that. I mean, like he'll come up on the share, but he's like straight cuddling with me on this right now. I've never actually had him do this before. It's kind of nice. He's like a little back warmer. Oh, and he's loving. He's a lover too. All right, I got work to do, bud. Don't you dare put your butthole on me. I will push you off again. We'll do it. Oof. I was looking at the camera, but I was looking at it to see what he was doing, because I'm not gonna like turn around. Anyways, you're gonna make the video go slower, bud. All right, $1.78 here. Yeah, he's a good boy. He's like a dog. He'll lick you and everything, man. That might have sounded inappropriate. He'll lick your hands if you put your hands near his face. I don't know what else he'll lick. I've never tried anything else, and I don't plan to. High to low here. 886, ripping above it there. Nice on the daily aspect. But the thing is, when you break above, this is so crazy, guys. This really is a crazy move. Cadena, at the request of AB Lisa, this is a really crazy move. You don't see things normally just tear right up through their 618 and their 886. You don't see that. It happens. It's rare, but it does happen. But generally speaking, anytime you get above the 886, you look to go to this zone here, the 1272, the 1618. However, you haven't. You've been up here for about a week now, and you just haven't. Why not? You've been overbought for like a week now, and you just haven't continued. Why not? Probably because you're overextended. Probably because you've had a solid move without any kind of solid pullback. You've torn through very key fib levels on both accounts without any solid pullback. And you have bearish divergence. That's probably why you haven't continued moving higher, right? You've actually got double bearish divergence here, and the divergence formed all the way back here. It's very, very common when breaking above your 61869 level on the first attempt to pull back to it, at least for support. So I would expect, at least for KDA, I mean, at a bare minimum, the 786, which is all the way back at like a 20% drop from here, down at $1.41, to a more realistic drop, I think would be anywhere from like $1.20 to $1.05. You're at $1.78 now. I know that sounds crazy, but again, I'm not saying sell here, because if you sell here, watch it just go to the moon. If you sell here, watch it drop real fast and then go to the moon. If you sell here, watch it tank and then go to the moon. It's going to go to the moon without you. Don't sell. That's why we're not going to sell. That's the whole point I'm trying to say, right? But likely, yes, the price does go down. I'm not saying sell. I'm just more saying buy the dip, right? Buy the dip. If the price goes down, if I'm talking about the price going down, I'm not talking about selling. I'm talking about buying the dip. Okay. $1.20 is what I'm expecting, but at least to $1.41, if not more, probably $1.20 to $1.05. That's KDA. FLR is the next one. Flare FLR at the request of Sabir. We're doing this for you, my friend, Sabir. I think Sabir is a cool name, actually. I don't know if it means anything, right? Like, my name's Christopher. Some people might think that's cool, but it doesn't really like have a meaning. It's kind of actually a not cool meaning. But Sabir, maybe don't even tell me what it means. Maybe I should just be better off thinking it's a cool name without knowing the meaning. Unless the meaning is cool. Unless it's like it means like ferocious, fierce warrior who rides on the backs of sea serpents. I don't know. Flare, high to low, getting above your golden ratio, tipping that 786 area. Yes, this is more on par with what you'd expect to see. Consolidating a little bit. You've been overbought for quite a while. bouncing off your overbought zone here, doing something with it, bouncing off your overbought zone here, not doing something with it. You probably see a little bit of a pullback going from your 618, 69 zone, 786 zone, whatever. You probably pull back at least to the 0.5, okay, which is the green line, which that's about a 20% drop from here. So I could see that resistance area, something around probably 2.5 cents, 2.6 cents, if not at the most 2.2 cents itself. I would say I like the area around like 2.6, 2.5 cents. You're at 3.2 cents now, so that's flare. Moving down. We're going to talk about OPSEC for Dano. OPSEC. Oh man, I have to sneeze. I want to sneeze. I want to sneeze so bad. Why can't I? It won't happen. That's okay. High to low, and no, I'm not allergic to cats. I've been around animals my whole life. I would know if I was allergic by now. Getting above the 382, finding support on it. Interesting. What is this coin? What is this coin? Is it on Dex's? I'm assuming it's on Dex. Why do I suck at typing? Come on. Embarrassing myself here. Is this the right coin? 26 days ago. Is that right? No. No, that's not right. 11 months. There we go. Volume is not that high. Right, but this is V3, V2. I don't know. Okay, so this is a chart that I've used before. Okay, good to know. Daily price action. What about weekly price action? Okay. Okay. So we were, hey, look at that. We were calling for higher prices last time, and we got them, but not high enough, and we actually turned around. That's crazy. It's a long time ago. I don't know how long ago it was, but it had to have been somewhere in March that we were talking about this last, and what a torrential downfall you've had since then, my friends. Wow. Oh, see, like this chart is like deceivingly hopeful compared to the rest of the market. That's why I wanted to look at the whole picture, because this just says you have no hope. OPSEC, you guys, I would get out. I would get the hell out. I wouldn't want to touch this thing. I'm sorry for anybody who's bought this thing, man. I don't even want to do TA on it. It's going down. That's all I can say. How far is it going to go? It's going down over time. Sorry. My condolences, Dano. My condolences, my friend. SD is the next one. SD here for JS14. Statter. Let's see. Looking on a monthly. Up in these areas, we found resistance really the past like 2 years. Okay, 3 years even, or at least 2 years, 2.5 years. So you probably find resistance here, right? Probably. You got the bounce on your weekly off the overbought zone, and you got the continuation, which is nice. But I think that was it. You got the continuation, and it stopped there. Now you're overbought in your RSI, right? Overbought on the daily, and it doesn't look like you're gaining volume. Let's look at the coin. Yeah, you're not gaining volume on Coinbase here. You probably, what this looks like is some form of like a weird ascending triangle, and you tried to break it over the past few days and you just couldn't do it, and now you're like, what? Why aren't we going higher? You're probably going to go lower, like the rest of the market. So I bet you do. Let's make that call. I bet you do go lower. High to low here, or low to high here. Probably you're at $1.37 now. I bet you could pull back to 90 cents. Yes, that low. 90 cents. That's my thoughts. We'll see you at 90 cents SD. Okay. Let's talk about DIA. DIA USD. BCH, guys. I just made this BCH video too. We were at like 622, and I was talking about the price going down. I thought, because I was looking at Coinbase, I was like looking at it go down. I'm like, please post before we pull back too much further, because I was making a video saying we're going to pull back. I hate it. Like when like some people, I've seen it, or I've theorized this, that some people will like post a video after the price goes down. They'll make a video of the price going up, and they'll make a video of the price going down, and then they see which direction the price goes, and then they post the video. But then you watch the video, it came out like an hour ago, and it's got price action from like a day ago, and you're like, why is this an old video? And it's almost like but I don't know. I'm not doing that, is all I'm trying to say. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just, it just wouldn't have been funny if I made a video up here talking about Bitcoin Cash going down, and by the time it uploaded, it was already down here. That would have sucked, is all I'm trying to say. It's like, what's the point of that video at that point? DIA, 95 cents. I can't talk. That's dyscalculia right there. 95 cents from a high to a low. Pulling up to the golden ratio, finding a little turbulence. Yeah, you probably pull back from here. Makes sense that you would. 0.5 at least, which doesn't look like you'll stop here. So 382, maybe down to 86 cents. Yeah, I could see that. You could go lower, though. If you were going to go lower, I would think you go lower than this low. But I mean, maybe you go down to 78 cents. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see if we can find something on a more large fib. Let's see, from a low here to a high there. I don't know. I don't know if I'm as bearish on this one, actually. It looks like it wants to move down. Let's call for a higher low at the 382. Let's call for a higher low at 71 cents. You're at 95 cents now. 71 cents, yeah. Let's do that. 71 to 72 cents. That's where I think you're going to go. And if not, you might just hold 91 cents and rip. I could be wrong about this one. This one could, I don't know. Time will tell. The 4-hour looks a little bearish, but that daily's bullish enough, and the weekly's bullishly charged too. And you really, like, honestly, DIA, you look like you want to go like over the weeks. Definitely by the end of this month, DIA, regardless of how low you go now. You want to go to $1.63, $2. You're at about 95 cents now, with the potential to go all the way back down to like 70, 77 cents, 75 cents, 70 cents, something like that. Yeah, you definitely look like you want to go up higher. This thing does look, it looks really good. The structure does now, but even if it pulls back a little bit and forms a higher low, that structure still remains. The only way like that I'd be worried about this thing is if you did get a lower low. Even then, it's not terrible, but we'll see. Okay, I've given you my targets for that, right? Something like 73 cents, 70 cents, 75 cents, around there for DIA. That one was at the request of JS14 as well. ICP is the next one. On a monthly basis, weekly basis. Getting into the overbought zone, getting some volume in here. That's nice to see. Daily RSI coming in, a little bit overbought, not too crazy, not too bad. Volume's coming in as well there. A lot of volume in at the top. He didn't go anywhere. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, you're probably going to turn around from here. That's okay. I bet you do pull all the way back to $11. You're at $14.36 right now. Low to high. Yeah, 11 bucks. How'd I do that? $11. We'll see you there. Easy peasy, icy peasy. All right, BAT for USHI. ICP was for USHI as well, or USHI. BAT. We're going to do BAT as well. BAT-USD. Is it not? Oh, it's not. It is on Coinbase. I was like, I thought it was on Coinbase. Daily RSI has been overbought for a while. You've been climbing. Beautiful. Love to see it. I love Batman. I love Batman. And I love Batman. Getting overbought. A little bit of bearish divergence there. That would be good for about a move down to like 30 cents. You're at 33 cents now. From this low to this high, let's call for at least a move to 30 cents, if not potentially down to around 25, 26 cents. Something like that could happen. I like that. I like that 25 to 26 area. But you really could find support at 30 cents. Let's see. Let's monitor it. Let's see how it goes. You know, but I am calling for that. It wouldn't. Looking at the 4-hour, I actually do feel like you will see prices below 30 cents. So let's call for 26 cents. 33 cents now. What is that? What kind of drop is that? Yeah, sounds about right. Previous areas of support right here. Previous areas of resistance back here. Previous areas of support back here as well. So yeah, it makes sense. Okay, BAT. Easy peasy. Man, retracements are easy. It's projecting out that's hard, right? Safe moon at the request of Gandorf. Gandorf, the cream. Or I don't know, like what would a Gandorf color be? Because you wouldn't be Gandorf the white, you'd be Gandorf the off-white. What's the off-white color? Safe USD at the request of you, my friend. A little bit of a pump 3 days ago. Nice little moves, 28%. Decent volume coming in, overbought, yeah. Pulling back now, of course you are. Double top is what they'd call that. You probably pull back to this point here. I bet you pull back to $1.27, $1.30. If we're looking at the low to high here, look at that, $1.26.4 is your golden ratio. How do I do it, man? How does that happen? It's almost like price action, right? Because this is what I did. I saw the double high, double top, and I looked down to find what the area of significance looked to be, the next area of significance right here, resistance, right? And then I didn't look this far, but if we go back, if we take this like high point, this day highly close, this daily high close, damn, I can't talk today, and we find support right here, right? More significance there, and then of course we just add that onto the fact that from this relative low to high here, it's at the golden ratio right there at around $1.26 to $1.27. I wonder too if we take it a step further. I just wonder. You can't make it up, man. You just can't. 382 retracement, $1.21, right in the golden ratio zone of this fib. Yeah, $1.20 to $1.26, $1.27, probably closer to like $1.21, $1.22 is where you're going to go. You're at $1.48 right now. Lower, safe, easy peasy. Let's talk about KSM. Kusama. At the request of DK Foo. We're doing this for you. DK. A little bit of an odd chart here, wouldn't you say? Can we get more history? Yes, we can. Okay. Finding resistance here. Okay, yes, I see where you're at. All right, that's fine. High to low. Kusama, you're getting off light, buddy. Yeah, I think you pull back to 35 bucks. You're at 44. 35 bucks. If you go below this low, it'll be barely. Maybe you go down to like 30 bucks, maybe. But I think 35 will hold. If it doesn't, 30 will. But you're at 44 now. Ultimately, you're looking for prices way higher, you know, after this drop, but a little drop here, right? I would compare this a lot to Mana, right? You found resistance up in this area, you pulled back a lot. You found resistance up in this area, you pulled back a lot. You found resistance up in this area, you pulled back a lot. This time we're looking to find resistance in this area and not pull back a lot and then move up. So move down to 30, move down to like 35. That's fine. All right, Kusama. Zen for Cactus. Looking at Horizon. Yes, bearish divergence. Yes, volume's dying off. Azure's trying to move higher. Upward sloping consolidation phase after an initial phase up. Generally speaking, these kind of moves do result in pullbacks. Not always. Just generally. So I think you do, right? This is very bullish. Anytime you get overbought and you bounce off your overbought zone, very, very bullish. But what's not bullish is when you have this situation and you don't do anything with it. When you pump and then you give a dragonfly doji, this is actually not bullish. There's no volume coming through, so it's actually anti-bullish. It's like you have all the reasons to move up and you don't, so you're probably going to retrace back until you gain a better ground to spring from. So from a low to a high, maybe this high should be taken into consideration. It's a fake out high, so I'm going to take this high. I'd say down to about 1284. You're at 1756 now. Again, not saying sell. I'm not telling anybody to sell. I don't think it's a good idea to sell. I think it's a good idea to wait to buy more. And likely you would get a chance to buy more, probably at like 1280. You're at 1750 now. And the reason why you don't sell, why is that? Because you could expect these very realistic and achievable prices that would make sense to find support off of, and it would be a totally standard and normal retracement. You could be totally thinking logically and sell here and think you're super smart, and then you wake up tomorrow and it went through the roof without you. You don't sell. You don't sell for this at the risk of missing this, right? It's not worth it. But yes, statistically speaking, we probably go down. We're just not selling points yet. So don't sell, but yes, probably around 1280. That's my guess for Zen. Easy enough. Let's move on to KUJI. KUJI for AB Lisa. AB Lisa, do you get along with AB in the Discord? Or are you AB? I don't know. I don't think you are, but let's see. You guys should talk. You guys have a lot in common. You both got AB in your name. Kujira. KUJI. High to low. 382 got just above it. It's very common when your first attempt with the 382 is happening to go just above the 382 and then pull back below it, right? It's also common enough sometimes to close above it and consolidate above it, which you could be doing here. But a pullback nonetheless is what I kind of would expect. You do have somewhat of a double top in your RSI on the daily, a little bit of a double top there. You could continue to close today green though and get rid of that double top. Let's see. I don't know. You're pretty extended in your 4 hour. You hit the 90 and you pulled back from there. I bet you do go down. Your 4 hour looks super bullish though, man. I don't know. This thing, KUJI, you might not pull back that much. You might only pull back to your 382, which is like 11.7% from here, but still. You could go all the way back down here. You could. It's possible. But I'm kind of optimistic you could hold that 77, 78 cent area. Less optimistic now that I'm looking back in time and seeing there's really not any significance there. There's more significance at your 236 and more relative significance there. So let's see. Come on, man. There we go. High to low. I would think 75 cents at least. You're at 89 cents now. I would think 75 cents at least. If not, maybe all the way down at 63 cents. You could even go lower, to be completely fair. But that's my thoughts for KUJI. But if you hold 75 cents, that would look really, really good. If you don't, it's still fine. You can still see those same highs. It's just it doesn't look as good, but it doesn't look bad. It's totally fine to go lower. Find a higher low. That's still good, you know what I mean? But holding this area would be really, really good, I think. That would give you a chance not just to go back up to this golden ratio zone, but to blast through it even. So you get really strong moves when you break above your 382 on the first attempt and you consolidate instead of pulling back. You tend to get strong moves that proceed that. So, but you can get strong moves that pull all the way back to the 236 too. Going from your 382 down to your 236 is very normal. So don't be surprised. You could pull all the way back down to like 50 cents, literally. But I'm gonna stick with the what was it, 60 cent to 75 cent target area, KUJI. STX stacks is the next one for right stick Rob. Some right stick Rob there. Looking like it wants to pull back as well. Odd. Kind of odd. I wouldn't have expected a pullback. Hold on. Huh. Well, a pullback it is. Probably a modest one. I say modest, but you never know. Crypto can be modest and crypto can be not modest at all. High to low, 786. Okay, probably back down, I think, to about $2. You're at 260, so $2. Not modest at all, actually. That's another like 23% of a pullback. At the ass minimum, dude, bare minimum, 234, 235. You're at 260 now, at least 235. And you could, because you do look really bullish, and I don't think you're gonna like it. It doesn't. I wouldn't think you're pulling back if it wasn't for most of the market looking like it wants to pull back. But because of that, maybe you do find support right at 235. Maybe you do. But if not, $2 itself holds higher low, and you move up higher. So I'm actually going to go against my better judgment here and say you do hold 235, 234, 235. But if you don't get discouraged. Don't hate me. Don't hate yourself. It's not the end of the world. It's not broken. The original call was $2 anyway, so it probably finds support there if 235 doesn't hold. But I call it a lucky guess with this volume, with how ferocious this looks, how bullish the daily and the 4-hour RSI look. Right, it was the 4-hour that I was looking at. Yeah, I would say just a little bit of downside is my thoughts. 235, 234, 235. You're at 261 now. Let's move on. All right, stacks. And if you don't hold those levels, of course, I would think that you go down to $2. SUKU, or no, I'm sorry, Blue Zell is the next one for Mr. Mark 1 Black Fox. Let's see, we're looking at it. It's at 18.37 cents. A little bit overbought right now. You probably do pull back. I bet you do, right? Had that higher high here on the daily, dramatically lower levels of volume. 4-hour building some bearish divergence. Yeah, getting some weak readings. You look like you're rolling over. I think you are. So probably back down. If I had to guess, 15.6 cents. You could pull back. Blue Zell's kind of squirrely. Maybe you go through these highs, but not through these highs. So I bet 14 cents could be a good target area. And look at that, 14.27 cents right at the 382. It makes so much sense that you go there. Yeah, 18 cents now. Anybody who's watching this video and crying, you got the wrong attitude, man. The whole market is about to give everybody what they've been wanting, which is, you know, everybody, they're looking at their favorite crypto and they're like, man, why didn't I buy more of it when it was here? I saw it pump. I thought it would pull back, but it didn't. I wish I bought more down here. It's about to do that to you, man. It's about to give you more. It's about to give you another chance to buy lower, right? Be happy. What are you upset about? Be happy. It's okay. If you like the prices here, if you liked them like wherever you bought, you're gonna love them down here, right? Like I'm just saying, it's not a problem. It's only a problem if you sell. Genuinely. Don't believe me, sell, and you'll develop some problems and you'll see what I'm talking about. This one's odd. This one's odd too. I kind of want to say it goes up. Yeah, it's hard to be bearish with that. Maybe not. Volume's dying off. Yeah, volume is dying off. It's just like here, with the volume and the RSI, you should have sold off, but you didn't. And then here, same thing, but you didn't. And then here, same thing, but are you? I don't know. You're kind of like encroaching on this area. It almost looks like a ascending triangle. Makes me think you want to break out to the upside. So let's give it an if-then kind of statement. If you can close any 4-hour period at 12 cents or higher, up you go. And I'll tell you how high you go. If you close any 4-hour period below, let's say 11.1 cents, you're going lower. And I'll tell you how low you're going to go. If you're going higher, closing above 12 cents on any given 4-hour period, you're going to go up to 14.8 to 17 cents, somewhere in that range. If you're going to go lower, closing below 11.1 cents or any lower than that, right, on any 4-hour given period, you're probably going to go back down to like 9.5 cents. With the circumstance of the market right now, I wouldn't be surprised if you pull back down to like 9.5 cents. But anything can happen. Just because most of the market's moving down doesn't mean you can't move up. You can. It happens. But I don't like the volume. I don't necessarily like the readings in the RSI. The only thing that I like is the price action. And even that's odd. But I can't hate the price action. The price action is the ultimate thing, right? All of this stuff, it's all just noise. Price action's the real deal, right? All this stuff can say it's moving down, but price action moves up. Well, this stuff is wrong. TA is wrong, and that happens sometimes. The TA can be flawless. It can be perfect. You can get every detail right and still make the wrong prediction. You know what I mean? So that's not the point of it. It's about mitigating risk. Ultimately, yeah, I think this thing goes a lot higher. But SUKU, I think I spent enough time on that. Let's move on to VELO. For Keltinger, shout out to Keltinger. What's up, my man? All right, VELO sitting at about 2.9. Let's call it 3 cents right now. You're up 53% this week. Beautiful. Good move, man. Good job. Yeah, bearish divergence on the daily. 2 guesses as to what direction this thing's going to go. Probably down. We'll see you at 2.6 cents to 2.4 cents. Let's call it 2.38 cents. A little bit lower, right? I don't think you see anything too much more dramatic than that. Yeah. Probably around like 2.3, 2.4 cents. That's my guess. All right, that's VELO. Easy enough. Let's talk about math for street tacos. Let's see. Hold on, guys. Sorry there. So 38 cents now. Finding support on your weekly RSI on the 50. Daily RSI actually looks kind of good, overbought, yeah. The 4 hours where you're showing a little bit of weakness, okay. Catching some of the red time scaries along with the rest of the market here. I bet you do. I bet you go down. Yeah, I bet you do. High to low. Couldn't quite get to the 618. Oh, it's just so weird. It is so weird. There's a few of these charts that I've been like, it's just so weird. I don't want to call for this thing to go lower. It could. What's the, let me see what the market cap is real quick. Come on now, CoinGecko. Okay, no, yeah. Never mind. I stand corrected. Yeah, because this wick had this big move up. This is what had me like a little deterred that it could go down. But now that I know it's just a low liquidity coin, low market cap, weird things happen. Yeah, you're probably going to your 236, 31 cents, 31 to 32 cents. Probably more likely right in the middle at 31.5 cents. Easy enough. Math token. That's where it's going. See, that wasn't so bad after all. CRV. That's our next one. Curved Dow. Curved out, baby. Man, this thing has been doing great. Traveler. We're doing this at the request of Traveler. Yeah, good call, man. It's kind of like Mana in a sense, right? The chart obviously looks different, but you're in this grand consolidation phase. You're at your bottom, and you just had a straight run up to the top of it, right? Like literally, so kind of like Mana in a sense. Yeah, you probably pull back from here. Very overbought on your weekly, and you should be. You've just moved up. How much have you moved up, man? What is that? It's like an H-bar status move. Almost, kind of, but not quite as much, like half that move. Good job. Any and all people who held CRV, man, I love stuff like this. Gave you all the time in the world to buy it. You could have bought the absolute top and been an idiot, and you're feeling like the smartest person alive, right? Yeah. And the idiots now are the people buying. No offense. If you bought, I don't actually, and I don't like using those words. I don't like saying idiot or dumb. Yeah, unless I'm like being silly, I'm just like having fun, right? I don't actually like to insult with those words because I feel like those are just, I don't know if anybody's actually like an idiot. I think we're all capable of being more. But what I'm trying to say before I'm getting all philosophical is anybody that bought here, you're not an idiot. You're just probably inexperienced, and you probably acted on emotion. That's all it is, right? But yes, you're probably going to pull back. In fact, again, like everything, I would say don't sell. The only people I think that should sell here are the people that bought here. If you didn't buy here, I'm not talking to you. But not financial advice. You do your own thing, right? You're your own people. You can do your own things. From a low to a high, the 236 is the minimum expected area to pull back to. And I think that could be where you pull back to. You don't have to go to your 382. It's not that common to not go there, but I could see that. I think you do. Yeah, maybe 70 cents to 80 cents. I could see that. Yeah. That's what I'm going to stick with. I'm going to say 70 to 80 cents is where you're going to go. Closer to 80, 85 cents even, actually. You might see that. Yeah, a little bit of a pullback from here. I think so. And what you probably do is you probably, I don't want to say that. I was going to say you probably pull back a little bit and then come up double top and then go down. You might just pull right back down, actually. And if you go lower than 83 cents, 80 cents, just know there's support areas at 70 cents and worst comes to worst 62 cents as well. But I don't think you go all the way to 62 cents. But time will tell. We'll see how it goes. With big pumping coins like this, sometimes you do get those more massive corrections. And again, a pullback all the way down, I mean, to be completely fair, a pullback to 62 cents could make sense. So I'm not calling for that. I'm more calling for 83 cents, 80 to 70 cents. I'd probably feel more comfortable saying 80 to 85, honestly. But anything can happen. Don't forego the possibility of 62 cents being on the table. Okay, that's CRV. ZETA. ZETA is the next one. ZETA. For Coatati. I don't know how to pronounce your name, my friend. I'm trying, though. It looks like Kohutati. That actually sounded better. All right. Let's see. ZETA. We'll just use you on Coinbase. Okay. Is it like a theta off-brand? High to low. Getting above the 382, slowly crawling. Bearish divergence rejecting you over bot zone. Volume dying off as you're moving higher. Yeah, you probably pull back to your 382. You probably even pull back through it. I bet you go down to around, let's say, 74 cents, 74 to 71 cents, if not at least 77 cents. You're at 89 cents now. ZETA moving down. Let's talk about LPT live peer for Elad Trabelsi. Elad Trabelsi. We're doing this for you. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. my Hebrew friend. All right, $21 here from a low point to a high point. Assuming you pull back. Oh, you might not. I mean, you might. Let me just... Besides going on default, okay, yes, you probably do pull back. There we go. That's all I needed to see. Besides just going on default pullback mode here, because that can get me in trouble sometimes. Low to high, see you down at $16.80. Just below $17, just above $16.50. See you down there. That one was easy. LPT. Thank you for the easy ones, you guys. They're very... Pullbacks are easier than them projecting out, I swear. Digibite is the next one. Digibite on a daily, been overbought for a while, bearish divergence, slowing down a little bit. Let's look at the, yeah, volume's dying off. Yeah. So you probably pull back a little bit. That's okay. Low to high. Low of ½ cent to a high of 2.2 cents. Nice move. Probably pull back to 1.25 cents, where your last significant area of resistance was. You could hold the 236 at 1.55 cents. But I think 1.25 cents is where you're going to go. There's some significance at that 1.55 area, though. You could hold support there. We'll see. And if you pulled back lower, don't be surprised, man. But I don't think you do. I really like this area. I like that 1.25 area, 1.2 to 1.3, 1.25. I like that area a lot. So probably even actually just below 1.24 if we're being completely honest. But anyways, that's Digibite. Yeah, moving down a little bit. SUPRA is the next one. SUPRA static. Whoa, buddy. Let's get rid of that. So it's brand new. It's the latest hype coin. I can see that. Okay. Well, in that case, buy bid it is. We're going to not buy this. We can't really do TA on something like this because it's so new. It could grow 10x tomorrow. It could dump tomorrow. It could see something that's normal. It could see something that's weird. We don't know. It's so new. It's hard to say. A coin like this I really can't do TA on. What I can say is the 4-hour time frame looks ferocious beyond all belief. The volume is immaculate and slowly dying off as you're moving higher. Like a bright star, your life will be short and explosive, and you will correct pretty hard. You will implode upon yourself, probably pulling all the way back down to like 1.7 cents, and you're at 4.4 cents now. Time will tell. At this rate, I bet you keep going to 5.3 cents, but we'll see. You don't have to do anything. TA doesn't really help with new coins so much. But people say that, right? I had one guy write in a comment, he's like, how can you do TA on a new coin? And I wanted to write, I even wrote in the comment, I was like, my original comment, I wanted to write, I'm just that good, because I didn't want to give a real answer, because I get it, right? I get it, but it's not snide, it's just like, it's like you can do TA on anything. It could have existed for an hour. It could have existed for months. It could exist for decades. You have more history and more probabilities to base yourself off of when you are dealing with longer term things, but you can do TA off anything. And I can prove it to you right now, right? It works anywhere, right? High to low on your fib. And we're going to do hindsight. It's always 20/20, but high to low. Where did you tip? Where did you stop? Right at your golden ratio. Can't make that up. You had a double top right here. You pulled back a little bit at your golden ratio, pulled back to your 0.5, moved up. Beautiful, beautiful move. Volume picked up on your breakout. Of course you're going to go higher. Of course you're going to go higher. You know what I mean? TA was flawless. Rejected the overbought zone on the 4-hour. You literally rejected it right there at your top. Flawless. You continue to hold support on your RSI above the 40. That was your low. Flawless. Higher lows. Moved up. Like, it's just, you can do TA on shorter term stuff. But yes, there's not as much to go off of. But I'm on a whole tangent here, trying to finish up this video. I would stay away from this, y'all. Don't buy that one. It's going to pull back at any moment, but it probably does move up. You know, oddly enough, for what is it? I think it's Mark in Mars. This coin's probably the only one that likely goes up a sizable amount over the next like 24 hours. So this one probably gets the win. It's the only one that I'm like, don't buy, but at the same time, it's probably going to keep growing. So it probably gets the win, honestly. Like it at least sees like $5 and something, if not higher, before it's done growing. So that one might get the win tonight. That's funny. It's funny to me. Alad, we're doing this for you, my friend. JASMY. Yeah, nice move up there, JASMY. Jazzing my hands up, man. You got pretty overbought, hit the 90s, now you're coming out. You probably see a sizable retracement from here, from a low to a high, all the way down to 3.6 cents, 3.5 cents. Yeah, I could see that. You could even go down as low as like 3.1 cents, so don't be scared if you do. Lower, yeah, easy enough. ETC at the request of Mike Ike. Overbought for a while. Volume coming in, nice. Really good move. Really good move, man. Finding resistance here. Turning around. Okay, yeah, you probably do pull back a little bit, and that's okay. Where'd you pull back? You know, whenever you were here, you pull back immediately to here. Right? Previous areas, holding support all that time, finding resistance here, resistance there, resistance and support. We go back in time, you found resistance here. Where'd you go to find support? Right down here. Right down at this area. You found resistance here. Where'd you go to find support? A little bit lower, you know, stuff like that. I'm going to keep it more relevant. Maybe around $30 to $27 is where you go. From a low to a high. Yeah, $30, $27. That's what I said, right? 382, $29, just below there. It's probably where you're going to go. Easy peasy. I just wanted to do it a different way because I feel like a lot of these I'm just running through. I'm giving the relative high, low and high fibs and telling you to go around the 382. And people have a problem with that whenever I simplify things. They're like, oh, you're just doing the same thing over and over again. But it's like, yeah, most of the market's the same. You know, it's like if you have an idea of what most of the market's going to do, you can kind of apply the same analysis. It's just where's the targets for each thing. But to show through different means, which is what I did in this exact video here, you know, I literally, by using price action, we came to the same exact conclusion, just more refined with the 382 there, right? So it's not hard. It's not hard to do. You don't just need fibs to do it, right? The daily RSI is overbought as hell. It's extended as hell. You probably need to take a break. Your 4 hour is looking a little bit weak and rolling over here, right? Volume's dying off while you're getting higher highs. It's never a good thing. So you're probably coming to the end of it. A lot of wicks in the upside here, right? You haven't seen price action like what you've seen here throughout any of this, right? In fact, the closest thing that you saw to Wick City up here was back here, and you corrected for a little bit, right? But you probably get something, since you just moved up without any sizable correction, you probably get something that's a little bit more dramatic. Of course, again, to the tune of like $29 to $27, probably around $28.50. You're at 36.55 now. That's ETC. One last coin, 1 inch. At the request of LOL, LOMO. Again, you guys hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't. Thank you all very much for being here. Let's finish this up. From a low to a high, not really much. Nope, I want to stay on the page and I want to get the right chart. High to a low. Not really doing much. That's okay. We don't need the fibs. Daily. Overbought as hell. Yeah, pretty damn overbought. Little bearish divergence there, not moving up as much. Let's get this back on an exchange. I know I just took it off one, but let's get it back on an exchange. Volume's there. Dying off a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. We're starting to see that weakness roll over. Okay, so you probably pull back a little bit. Let's use it off of a relative move instead of the overall phase. Low to high. 382. 236. Let's put lines there. 236, 382. Not really any significance going back in time. Kind of weird. Kind of a weird chart. I'm going to say, because this is one of those weird charts that looks really strong, maybe you don't have as dramatic as a pullback as most of the market does. Maybe you do hold 46 cents. I'm going to call for that, 46, 47 cents to hold. If I'm wrong, 40 cents then. That's where you're going to go. And then up you go. But that's it. That's all I got for you guys. If you like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more. Absolutely, no doubt, the only one in this whole video that I can see moving up in the shortest amount of time that I'm confident in moving up in a short amount of time and not moving down even a little bit is SUPRA. So Mark in Mars, congratulations on your first win, my friend. Good job. Hit that like button, you guys. Thank you all for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.